Hi guys, this is Adam back with OrganicAthleteLifestyle.com. Today I want to talk about the most important thing that you need to focus on in your life if you want to get in shape, lose fat, build muscle, increase your performance. And it's not the exercises that you're doing in the gym, it's not the things you're eating, your nutrition, it is the quality and quantity of your overall sleep. Yes, your sleep, in my opinion, is much more important than the exercises you're doing in the gym and the things you're eating on a daily basis. Now, it's a huge statement to make, but let me explain why. I've got a very important book which I recommend everyone reading called Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. And I'm going to go over my research on sleep deprivation and how it affects the human body. So it's a very, very important topic, and if you get under 7.5 to 8 hours per night, do not switch off this video. Please listen to what I have to say. Literally, your overall health and well-being depends on it. Okay, so sleep. Now, first thing to know about sleep is there's 5 stages of sleep. The first 4 being NREM sleep, which stands for non-rapid eye movement sleep, and the 5th one being REM sleep, which most people are familiar with, stands for rapid eye movement sleep, and is typically where most dreams occur when people are sleeping. Now, sleep tends to go in 1 hour and 30 minute cycles, so you'll have the first stage of NREM sleep within 1 hour and 30 minutes, then 3 hours, 4.5 hours, 6 hours, and if you cast your mind back to what I said at the beginning of this video, if you don't get 7.5 to 8 hours, then your health and well-being is being compromised, and also many other things which I will go into. But the 5th stage obviously being REM sleep, which typically occurs after the 6-hour mark, just before you wake up. Now, why is sleep so important? And specifically REM sleep, which most people, as I said, are failing to get enough of in their daily life, and how is this compromising their health? Now, not every species has REM sleep. Humans are one of only, I wouldn't say necessarily a few, but as I said, not all species have REM sleep. It's not crucial to their health, but it definitely is to humans' health. And reading over this book, Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker, like I said, an amazing book that's completely changed my approach to sleep. You will realize why it's so important to get the 7.5 to 8 hours. So let's go over 5 of the effects of sleep deprivation, and specifically what tend to get worse when you're missing that REM stage. And like I said, we'll really drill home why it's so important to make sure you get that 7.5 to 8 hours per night. So first thing is something many people will be familiar with, increased risk of disease. Sleep deprivation is linked to enhanced risk of cancer, cardiovascular disease, Alzheimer's, dementia, and it's not just a small percentage, guys. It is a huge increase in risk of these diseases. In REM sleep, it's a critical stage of recovery for the body and deep learning, and most people, as I said, just miss out on it, which increases the risk of all these diseases massively. The research is quite clear on this. There's a very strong correlation between people who get this amount of sleep and go on to develop these diseases. It's not the only factor, but it's definitely a strong indicator that you're likely to go on to have increased chance of getting one of these diseases. Another misconception I just want to clear up quickly as well is you can't catch up on sleep on the weekends. If you perpetually get less and less sleep, 6 hours per night, you can't just have 8-9 hours sleep on the weekends and expect to catch up on everything you've missed through the week. It doesn't work like that. So that's something important to note when looking to increase your sleep quality on a daily basis and not just trying to catch up on the weekend. Second thing to note is a reduction in testosterone and key hormones, which are strongly linked to fat loss, muscle gain, overall performance, libido, and well-being. If you can't produce testosterone, you don't maximize its function, then you're definitely going to notice a lower sex drive, weakened ability to build muscle, weakened performance in the gym as well when you're exercising. It's a huge problem, and again, it's linked to a lack of sleep, lack of quality and quantity of sleep. Third thing, most people have probably noticed this is the most obvious one after a night of bad sleep is impaired cognitive function. This manifests in several ways. The first obvious thing is a lack of focus, a lack of awareness, worse performance at work, a lack of responsiveness to people. But most people try to override this with caffeine consumption, which again I will go on to in a later stage, is not a long-term solution, and it's not healthy for you either. It can also increase your risk of having depression, lower daily mood, less work capacity, and overall less ability to learn and be creative as well, which again REM sleep is hugely linked to. The fourth factor I want to go over is diminished immune system. If you get less than 7.5 to 8 hours sleep, then you're more a chance to contract basic illnesses, whether it's a virus, the flu, something like this. Your immune system is just much more susceptible to, getting these things. So don't be surprised if you're consistently, sleeping poorly, that you do get sick quite often. The research again is quite clear on this. And the fifth one, which I think might be relevant to our community and people need to be aware of, is that if you don't get enough quality sleep, then you will be more susceptible to adding fat. And the reason this is typically is because leptin and ghrelin, two strong hormones that regulate appetite, cravings, and also your levels of insulin secretion in the body, blood sugar, will be all over the place, and just one night of sleep is all it takes for these hormones to start going, manic basically. So don't be surprised if you find it more difficult to lose fat and keep the fat off if you consistently sleep under 7.5 to 8 hours per night. There's a strong reason for this. So those are 5 of the key, most prevalent reasons that you need to increase your quality of sleep. Tomorrow I'll be going over why and some of the ways you can increase your quality of sleep, but just remember those 5 for now and try to make a conscious effort going forward to increase your quality and quantity of sleep. It really is a matter of life and death. I don't want to put it that bluntly, but it is. The research is clear. If you can't catch up on sleep, every night of sleep you lose will contribute to ill health and worse quality of life. Focus on the quality of time when you're awake and not the overall quantity. And I will speak to you again tomorrow. Thanks for listening.